Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. Sorry about last Tuesday, but I had my exam and my assignment finish. So, yeah, but I got it done. Assignment was handed in on time, and the exam I passed. So, yeah, I'm a happy bunny. So I think I got 6 questions wrong out of the whole of the 40 that I did. So, exam number 1 finished, over and done with. Now, there was something I was supposed to bring up earlier. I forgot it, so I'm going to have to run down and go and get it. But before I do that, Marcus won't be joining us this evening because he's a poorly little boy tonight. So he's not joining me tonight. So I'm going to be on my Todd for a little while. Unless anybody out there would like to come and join me, and you're more than welcome to. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just. There we go. Now it's sorted. I think. Yeah. Okay. So that's now sorted. I think. Yeah. So, first of all, let's go into chat quickly and we'll see you in chat first. First of all, we have Sophie saying, "Hi everyone. Anyone else you drops in by?" And there's Sophie saying hi to Apple. Because there's Apple in first. So, saying evening Ross and Marcus, if about. And anyone else you dropped in by? And then we've got Sophie saying coffee, waves, and cookies, and smiley faces. And she's saying hi to everyone, and then saying hi to me, and hi to Marcus. But Marcus is not with us tonight, sadly. Then we've got things are going a bit scroofy here today. Oh, yes, I've still got my chest infection. It just doesn't want to shift at the moment. Then we've got Paulie Goonwin saying ahoy. So, good evening, Paulie. And Sophie saying hi to Paulie. Apple saying hi to even to Sophie and Martin, if about. And then we've got Apple saying hi to Paulie. Then we've got Jonesy Boy in saying evening Ross and all in chat. So good evening, Jonesy Boy. And we've got Stephen Haynes Model saying hi to Sophie. And then we've got Sophie saying hi to Stephen. Then we've got Apple saying hi to Stephen. And then you've got Stephen saying hi to Jonesy Boy. So, what it was that I was supposed to bring up with me, which I've again left downstairs, but I will go and get it in a second. I think I mentioned a while ago that I was helping somebody in America because he wanted some certain decals. But if he were to order them through the site and then get them delivered to America, the decals I think were about 20 quid, something like stupid like that. But the time he paid postage and import duties, he would have cost him over $100 basically. And then we've got Pirate 1980 in saying, evening from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sitting here watching my favourite YouTuber person while on my 15-minute break at work, and I'm working till 12:30 a.m. Well, good evening to you too. Or afternoon to you. Sophie saying, don't forget to like, subscribe, and feed Sophie chocolate. And then you've got Apple saying hi to Pirate. So yeah, but I managed to get hold of them and I sent them to him. Now, as a thank you, he actually sent me a kit, which I'm about to go and grab. Oop. Camera went a bit fluey then. But yeah, as a thank you, he sent me a shaking. Now, I've been after one of these kits for yonks, but they always go for stupid prices. And he sent this to me all the way from America, which I was quite surprised about, to be quite honest with you. And it's the only 148 helicopter that I haven't actually built before that's available, which is the Sea King. So yeah, so coming to this channel very soon at some point will be the 148 Sea King. Now, just one other thing as well. As you know, with Airfix, if you either support Help Heroes or that, they collect the air miles. Now, I also collect them, but I don't spend them on me. What we do is I collect them and then I send off the kits and then donate them to the Yorkshire Veterans Modelling Association. So I think I've probably got about 30, 40 at the moment of air miles. Now, if anybody else has got any air miles that they don't want or they're not using, I'd be very, very interested if you actually send them to me, please. Because they all go then to charity and they go to help veterans, i.e. buying model kits that will either go into the auction or they'll get built by the veterans themselves. So I will be holding, hopefully in the new year, another raffle. So, or auction, I should say. And basically, we can hopefully then sell some more kits and raise lots of more money for the Yorkshire Veterans Modelling Association, which I'm also one of the admin of their Facebook group. So I do help raise money for them, and I don't take any money for it at all. All I do is whatever the price is on the actual end of the bidding, I add the postage, and then you pay that and the postage, and that's it. Doesn't matter where you live in the world, we post it out to you. You just pay for whatever the kit cost and the postage to you, and everything else goes to the auction people, well, to the Yorkshire Veterans Modelling Association. And I think we've raised well over £1,000 so far in the different auctions that I've done. So yeah. So the 132 Lanky, but we'll get onto that in a minute, because what I've also been building is another big Schlego ship as well. As you know, on Mondays, and this is the Schlego boat I'm doing at the moment. Now, this is the 1945 version of the USS Enterprise aircraft carrier. And yeah, we're getting there slowly. So we've got rear flight deck and the front of the flight deck sorted. Just got to build the middle piece. Other than that, I haven't really done anything else because, as I said, been busy with the uni stuff, and I haven't really moved any further on with the Warhammer stuff, but I will hopefully get a bit more done on that next Tuesday, because I haven't really got, well, I'm not actually at university next week, so I get a week off. Yeah. Which is always good. Oh, coffee. Oh, and as I said, if anybody would like to come and join me, you're more than welcome to. Just give us a shout in the chat, and then I'll put the link. I'll send you the link, and you can come and join me live on stream. All you need is a camera and a microphone. We have Mr. Paul Price in saying morning all. So morning, Paul. And you're everybody saying hi to Pirate. And then we've got Sophie saying hi to G'day to Paul. And then you've got Apple saying Boeing said Zebedee to Paul Price. Or Boeing says Zebedee to Paul Price. And then we've got Paul Price saying morning again to Sophie and Boeing Apple. And then we've got Sophie saying homemade biscuits, cakes, cookies, and muffins for everyone. Scoffy muffins. Yup. So let's just move that over there a minute. So today, as we've got the engines near enough sorted, I think. As much as detail I really want to put into them anyway at the moment. We do have a few little bits I think still to go on them. I'm not sure. Let's see. Y11. Yes, there's more Y11 there. So that's got to go on them yet. So it's just a couple more little bits to go on there yet, by the looks of it. And then we start building the engine mounts up by the looks of it. Yeah. So we need Y23 and Y11. Sophie's definitely working hard for the old chocolate tonight. So let's see. Oh, yeah, there you are. So, before them. Oh, there we go. Now, where's me? There he is. So we've got the ports to go onto the 23 and 24. Yep, Y23 and Y24. And we've got the other little tiny bit left there to do. And you got James Boy saying hi to Paul Price, and then you got Sophie saying hi to Jamesy, and then Alpha saying hopefully tonight I'll be able to get some sleep, as last night I was up and down for 10 hours. Penicillin tablets are a killer. Yeah. I mean, for some reason or other, I couldn't sleep last night. I was up, down, and peeing like a troop all night. Don't know why. Don't normally get it that bad, but every frigging 3 hours. I think I'm just putting it down to getting old. That's what I put it down to anyway. And I'm leaving it at that. And you got Sophie saying the paints for my Space Marines comes tomorrow. Yay! Oh. So move that out of the way a minute, and then bring that forward, and we get the twee. So as we all know, it's been a bit chilly willy out there today, or at some point this week, and today was no different. It was extremely cold. And even Loki, the model making kitty, he decided he weren't going out today. The only time he wants to go out is if he's going to the toilet. And then he's like literally clawing at the door saying, I want back in, I want back in. So, yeah. Can't blame you really, can you? It's been that cold out there. So, shall we get change camera? You're saying that don't sound good, mate. I feel little. I've just been put back on antibiotics too. Yeah, I'm just finishing a dose of antibiotics and steroids for my chest infection, which doesn't seem to want to vanish. And let's see if it's going to let me change camera. Nope, it's not. Okay. Why does it do this? I don't know. But I can't disconnect that camera, otherwise it's just going to knock out the whole suite again. And I'm not going to do that. It is weird. For some reason or other, So what I'm going to have to do is probably swap the camera ports around at some point, and then put one of the cameras into the splitter, I think, yeah. So you're going to have to make do with me staring at you all night. I do apologise. So we've got no damn cam. Well, I could, in a way, get a damn cam. But it's going to be... Do-do-do-do-do. Here we go. Shit there a minute. Take you off there. I must remember to start checking this bleeding camera before I start doing anything. There we go. Yeah. There we go. We've got a down cam. Just means I've got to take it off there and put it back up there later. So at least you can see, well, roughly what I'm doing anyway. Yeah, that'll do. And I'll sort that other camera out later. No, in the way. Where's my shipping? There we go. Cheers, Apple. A lot of you are probably wondering why I do this. It's just basically, it takes a lot less room up in the bin. Because I have a bin that I throw purely sprue into. And then that all gets recycled. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take the engines off of these because they're now all sorted. That means I can use to do these. Do that bit. So I can get the clips onto them a bit easier. Okay. I have started sort of like semi-tidy up here a bit more. Hence the reason why it's a little bit tidier. But I have to make up a box later on to get all stuff. I've still got yet to post out. I've got to get all that boxed up and ready to go. And then hopefully get it sent out before the end of this month. Which ain't long, but never mind. Okay. Let's have a look. I need a bit of a better mixer, but where's me? Stick it up. There it is. Ooh. Now, basically, in this little pot here, I have a mixture of about 15 different metallic paints. It's whenever I use like these ones, and like that, the silvers and golds, bronze, whatever. And if I've got any left over in my tray, it goes into here, and then I use it for the engine exhaust. Good pot. Where the hell's that gone? Ah, there you are. Ew, that's not looking good. Could do with some more water in it. Let's put that. Yes, I have a flask up here that carries to hold water in it for cleaning my brush. And then when I've got like exhaust mounts or anything like that to do, that's looking quite good. It gives me the colour I like, because it's like a metallic engine colour. Or then when I use the actual engine, sort of like I've got a kit that from Tamiya, which gives it an exhaust type thing, burnt colour and everything like that. So I will be using that on it at some point as well. Use the brush I want. So what's everybody been up to up there? Anything exciting? Anybody had any new kits in? I've had lots of Schlego kits turned up. I now have the Bismarck Schlego kit, as well as one of my favourite kits, which is the Lancaster Schlego kit. So yeah, looking forward to building that, especially the Lancaster one. So we knitted 2 chunky winter hats. Ooh. Are they the ones with a little bubble on the top? Because what I want is you know, one of those really chunky sort of like knitted scarves, like the really chunky wool. So it's like I want something like that that goes around my neck, but it's got to be long enough so it can be folded in half and then wrap around my neck and then pull through like a tie. Because most other scarves I've got are all too short. To do that, so I have to wait and keep looking. I've got so saying, what colour do you like? Me? I'm not too fussed, to be quite honest. I've never really been one for sticking with colour fads. I mean, I've got my winter coat that I have is like a brown colour. So I'm more bothered about the fact that it's going to keep me warm. That's the only thing that really interests me, is keeping warm than over colour. Right, I would knit something myself, but I just haven't got the time to do it with all the other stuff that I'm having to do. Having another hobby started is not a good idea. But yes, I can knit, sew, crochet and darn. I was taught from a very young age to do it all, mostly from me grandma. Ooh. Yeah. If you would like to, Sophie, I don't mind at all. I'll quite happily have a chunky scarf, hat and gloves. Remind me when I was a kid. Many, many moons ago, as they say. So I used to remember when you used to go out when you were a kid and you used to have a piece of cord that you used to go on from one glove to the other. And you used to go down the back of your sleeves, up your sleeves and everything like that, across your back. Just so you wouldn't lose your mitts. And if your gloves didn't come with that string, your grandma always ended up putting it on. But yes, that would be very, very appreciated. Thank you very much, Sophie. Like I said earlier, if anybody wishes to come and join me, they're more than welcome to. And I'll put the link in the chat in a minute, so then everybody can actually choose if they'd like to come on or not. One. There we go. If anybody would like to come and join me, you're more than welcome. Okay. Oh, I think the brush cleaning pot needs a good clean out at some point. Let's do that and get rid of that. So then slip cube. Oh, that's lovely. Nice coffee. Next up, what was I going to do? There we go. Paint these up a little bit here. Yeah, that's all done. That one done. And next up is we're going to be finding all the parts we need for the engine mounts. Get them sorted in a minute. It's a bit quiet without Marcus, isn't it? Got nobody to pick on. There we go, that's all them sorted. Here. Now, as I said, we take the paint what's left out in here, do that. And that way I'm not wasting a load of paint. It's alright, it's just an old scruffy jumper. It's the reason why I wear it when I'm doing this sort of thing. So, next up, we need the parts for the hinging mounts. So, E's. Looks like they're all E. That looks it. Looks like a different. Probably looks like these ones. Looks it. E and E. Hopefully that's just not something just dropped off. Hopefully not. There we go. I'm just going to make sure that I've only got 2 screws for this. I think that should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 engine mounts. Make sure. I did think they actually had a screw count on it, but obviously not. Right, well, we'll soon find out, I think. I've got a funny feeling there's not enough. 1, 2. Maybe not. Maybe there is just 2 screws. We shall soon find out. Okay, so I've got to clear all the excess stuff off of here to make life a bit easier. Actually, yeah, they can say it's not going to really affect that. Same as them. Okay, right, that's that sprue cleaned up. Just these ones come off of it. There's 2 on this one, which is good. There we go. And I think that's all them cleared off of that one as well, so we can get them painted. Yeah. Interior green. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm using. Show the other way. It's mixed it a bit better. It's a bit more though. But then again, have I got any of the one that was already opened left? It's when you start chuntering to yourself, you're ending like, yep, he's got something wrong with him. He's wrong in the head, that one. Not you. Definitely not you. No, that's not that one. And we have Mr. David Markey joining us saying, evening, Ross. So evening, David. Hope you're well. So hopefully this will be mixed very soon. It's a brand new pot, so it's taking a bit to mix up together. It's doing it. The line is slowly fading. So if you remember rightly, I think it was like the other week that I actually did a giveaway for the 300 subscribers that I now have. And I'm happy to say that the winner has actually received his kit. So I'm looking forward to see how Steve does. Yep, I think that's going to be about the best I'm going to get it for today. Okay. Now these ones are these like model colour ones. These are actually supposed to be the new ones that have come out because they've got the black lids to them compared to the old white ones. I do hope they haven't messed around with the formula. Well, that's one thing about Vallejo, you can just use a couple of coats and it'll cover, unlike most other paints where they'll take 3 or 4 coats just to get a decent coverage. One of the reasons why I've always stuck with Vallejo, because the opacity of the paint, you can never fault it. Well, I did say I was going to show you some of the Schlegel sets that I've got coming. No. I did get a couple of F1 cars. And I also got the Lancaster in Schlegel. It's not brilliant, but it looks alright to me. For something made out of Schlegel, you can't really sort of fault it. So I'm just hoping, because this does look a bit watery, this paint, compared to what it used to be. I'm just hoping it's because it's not mixed fully. So, like, if anybody wants to come join me, you're more than welcome. The link is in the chat. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? Anything good? Me, on the other hand, I am just going to be probably sitting downstairs, and I might just take one of my Schlegel sets downstairs with me, or I might even actually do one from Diamond Art Pictures. Yeah, the bottle's had a good shake. I mean, I've used the I call it the bottle shaker machine that I have, which is basically a nail varnish stirrer. And it's a vortex thing. But I think it's I said it might be just down to the fact that it's not fully mixed. I don't know. It just doesn't. You know when you notice these things where it's like, yeah, it's just not as good as it used to be. And I think they've done something where they've made it a bit. Well, they've obviously made it cheaper to paint, so therefore they've cut down on the opacity of it, which would be a damn shame if they have. So I like my Vallejo paint. Mm-hmm. We've got Sarah Jane R32 in saying hi, David. She's also saying hi to me, and then she's saying hi to the lovely Sophie. And we've got David saying hello to Sarah Jane. And we've got Sophie saying hi to lovely Sarah. And we've got Sophie saying, pass Sarah a tray of homemade Malibu and dark chocolate muffins. Mm. And then we've got Athel saying, okay, Ross, it's Betty by time for me. Night all. So, in the night, Athel, take care, mate. And thank you very much for joining us. Then you got Sarah saying, ooh, thank you, Sophie. That'll go nicely with my coffee. Mm. I've just finished my coffee. I can't get another one until I go downstairs. But I do have my energy drinks. But this is why next year I'm having a kettle up here and a little mini fridge. And that'll be the next things I'm getting. Kettle and mini fridge. Can't go without the coffee for too long. And you got everybody saying night to Athel. Okay. Yeah, it's I'm gonna have me I've been meaning to put like a kettle, but then I'm also gonna run a water line up to here as well. So I've got it over in that back corner. I'm then gonna put a little mini fridge, sink and kettle I might even invest in the second percolator and bring that up, and then just switch it on before stream. Because I do like my percolated coffee. Because my percolator that I have downstairs switches itself on in the mornings, so that when I get up in the morning, my coffee's ready. No, it's just that when you're upstairs, it's like I'm 2 floors up from my kitchen. So yeah, it's and then during the summertime, you got to have a beer fridge up here, haven't you? So it will go from being coffee to beer, because this place gets like a bleeding oven at times. So yeah, you need coffee and a beer. Not that I drink beer much now. Even mainly having ice cubes in it and keeping it ready for the whiskey. Yeah, so that's all them. Hmm. I might have to go over these frames again once I've actually send them. So that's not annoying. Okay. And to be quite honest, I'm actually more happy that I'm living on my own now, because I don't have anybody stressing me out on that one. And I get to enjoy life more relaxed. But don't get me wrong, I miss my kids. That's one thing. But tomorrow night I'll be playing online with the boys, as I get to play online with them every 2 weeks, so I'm quite happy. And he also saying, I can make coffee flavoured muffins. Ooh. Yeah, determined, I'll give you that, Sarah Jane. I don't think I'd have enough room to hold all your models, to be honest with you, especially with mine. And then when Wreck-It Ralph does come to visit, or when they get permission to, he's liable to damage things. Yes, one day the truth will come out. Oh, coffee cake would be nice. And then we've got Sophie saying Sarah and Sophie downstairs making and baking. Oh dear. I don't think I could deal with both of you here. God blimey. Yeah, again, I'm not here half the time. I'm actually at uni. So. Do-do-do. It doesn't matter how many other people may see it as a good idea. To me, it's not. My peace is what's needed. I cannot lose my peace. I've begun to learn to enjoy it again. Believe me, after 21 years, it took a bit of time to get used to. Am I painting straight on the plastic? Yes. It's very rare I'll prime anything other than my Warhammer figures. But when I've done this, some as the Lancaster, the interior, painted straight onto the plastic. I've never had an issue. That's a good thing about using Vallejo paints. They say you should prime them and everything, but yeah, I mean, I've never had any major issues. I mean, every so often when there's been like release agent on the mold, that's the only time I've ever had any sort of issues with using this on the. But other than that, go straight on. Did overlay paints for you. And it does seem they've watered it down just slightly more than what they normally do. But as I said, it may be just me from when I've mixed it. It hasn't gone mixed enough fully. Yeah, it's. I'm not saying you are, Chris. Saying it's. A lot of people don't agree with what I do. I don't care. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Me, I do this. And as I said, like, it's as you can see from the parts there, all nicely covered. And the good thing about Vallejo paints, as I said, it holds onto it. So yeah, it's one of the reasons why I've stuck with Vallejo all these years, because I find them, the opacity of the paint is great, especially for when you're doing brush painting. Yes, I do use Model Air for brush painting as well, but generally, yeah, when you're using that sort of stuff, it takes 6 or 7 coats when you're using it by brush. But other than the metallics, then they'll go literally cover without many issues. Okay, I think yeah, I'm gonna probably have to go over these again. But other than that, they're not looking too bad. Yeah. You got Sarah Jane. Again, we said do what works for you, and then we've got Sarah Jane said, I've never used Vallejo paint. I prime mainly out of habit, really. Yeah, I mean, I prime when I'm doing my Warhammer stuff. That's the only time I ever prime models. But it's like with Vallejos, I've never bothered with priming. Don't know why. Just I think I did once before, in many years ago, and I was doing a Sterling, if I remember rightly, and everything was going great. Used a primer, did everything like we're supposed to. It was when I first started out modelling, and I used Vallejos back then as well. And so I got it all nicely primed, all sorted. So I thought, okay, I need a mask off for the pattern, for the camouflage pattern. So I put the tape around it, did all the pattern on top, lovely jubbly. Went to take the thing off, and it actually pulled off the paint, the black paint, all the way along from the model kit. Needless to say, I wasn't happy. I still have that kit to this day, and it's in the stash. I will take it out and repair it and finish it at some point. But yeah, it went back in the box fairly sharpish, because it's the really old Airfix kit, and it has the bomb trolley with it, which the new Sterling, which was from Italeri, didn't have the bomb trolley. So yeah, it's well, that's one sprue basically done, I think. Oh, it's just them 2 bits there as well. And they're part of the undercarriage, I would have thought. By the looks of it. Because that's the next part we'll be doing is the undercarriage. Once we've got this bit done. I mean, my first ever kit that I ever built, which was a Harrier, and I was actually sat building that on a balcony in Gibraltar when I was a kid, because I used to live out there. And that's basically how I got first introduced into building models. Yes, I'm going to give this a second coat, I think. Mind you, I had to give the interior 2 coats as well with this green. So, yeah, it could be normal. And we'll leave that to dry. Yeah, and believe it or not, it was actually Tamiya tape that pulled it off, which was a bit of a shock to me, because even then I thought that the Tamiya tape was designed to not pull off paint or anything like that, but it did. I was not best happy, but there we go, you live and learn. That wind's picked up a bit up around here. Might have to put get me a little radio going, I think, at some point up here. Especially when it comes to Christmas holidays. Because all I'm going to do at Christmas time is sit and build models. I've got nothing else better to do. I have 2 weeks sat at the bench doing absolutely snout but model building and Schlego building. Hence the reason why I had a load of new Schlego kits arrive. So I still have a motorbike kit to build. We've got the now Lancaster. We have 2 Ospreys. And then 2 F1 cars. We have a mini brick version of the Eiffel Tower. And then we've got also a mini brick version of the Rome Colosseum. So yeah. Sophie, as I've said to you before, love, there's never a silly question when it comes to modelling. Doesn't matter how long you've been at this game or what you do, there's always something new to learn. Nobody knows it all. Some people like to think they do, especially they're all rivet counters that come out every so often. But that's the one thing about my Facebook group that I run. There is no rivet counters whatsoever. Now, if anybody wishes like to join my Facebook group, it's Airedale Wharfdale Scale Models. On Facebook, and you can post basically whatever you like when it comes to modelling, and we generally go off topic on some things in the group. I also run a Harrier page, which is basically just about building model Harriers. Oh, yeah, there's never any silly questions though. You're never going to learn if you don't ask. That's what I put down to anyway. And the only way you will learn is if you do ask. And with the amount of people that are actually, even like with the 14 people watching now, the years of experience between all them people watching, you're literally guaranteed to get your question answered. So yeah, and there's very few people I know of in the modelling community that wouldn't be willing to answer your question. So yeah, when it comes to modelling, never stupid questions. There isn't any, because what some people might think are stupid, but they're not. So yeah, you ask as many questions as you like, and then all of us will do our best to. What was that group again? Please, can you say it a bit slow? Well, for the Airedale Wharfdale group. Yeah, that's yeah, see if I can bring up the page. Hang on a second. Facebook. My groups, where are we? There we go. There we go. Oh, got 200 members on that one now. Blimey. So, yeah. Oh, now where do we get to? Share screen. There we go. That's the other group that I have. Well, one of the groups that I run. Ooh. So there is no rivet counters allowed. So we all basically just get along, and then it's usually on this page that I run the auctions as well. So if you want to join it, just send in a request, request to join the page, and as I said, I'll generally know who you are, and I will let you join. But there's a good, like on that page, there's actually quite a few good people for learning from. I think even Colin's a group member on the group, but yeah, there's quite a few people there with lots of knowledge about modelling. And then there's also my Harrier one. So if you like me and you love Harrier aircraft, this is the other one I do. Now this is the Yorkshire veterans, but generally that's mostly veterans people that are actually on that group. Well, I think all of them are basically. We're all veterans on that group. Where are we? Okay, let's go over. What groups were we? Oh, where are we now? I forgot how to even find the groups on here now. That one. Wait a minute. What is going on with my computer this evening? Because I know somebody actually joined the group the other. Not so long ago. Okay. There we go. There we go. This is the. There we go. That reminds me, I've got to change the front pages on there. So I've got to change the thing, but that's another one. So yeah, if anybody wants to join that one, they're more than welcome to. And again, people discussing about building model Harrier aircraft, and yeah, but there's lots of knowledge that comes out from different people building models and how best to deal with stuff. And like there, we've got Scott McGowan, he does 3D print up stuff and everything. So yeah, and yeah, he's done a Hui. But yeah, so I mean, they're all good groups. I mean, there's 1.1k members on there. That I run this one. So yeah. But yeah, so you can see, I have them two groups, but then I'm admin of other ones. Okay. Sophie, you're not dumb, thick and useless. Don't be daft. Okay, I'll have to look at that again a bit. That's all out because I'll finish with that in a minute. Okay, so yeah, don't say that, Sophie. That's just putting yourself down. There's no need for that. We don't need that sort of talk. It's like when you first do any sort of modelling or anything like that, it just takes time to learn stuff. And one of the hardest things for a lot of new models to do is to ask questions. But you are doing it, Sophie. So the only way you'll learn is by asking questions and then by doing and making mistakes like we all do. I mean, even to this day, you won't get a modeler that says, oh, well, I've never made a mistake in my life on a kit. Sorry, never happens because we all make them. Nobody's perfect. But a lot of us, like when, in some cases, like even for myself, I turn mine into happy accidents where things generally turn out better than I was hoping. Especially when things go wrong. So I then call them happy accidents. Bob Ross. But as Sarah Jane says there, the main thing, Sophie, is to enjoy the hobby or any hobby. Do it your way, which gives you that okay, and happy accidents, as Bob Ross saying yes. Oh yeah, it's like any hobby. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody then learns for those mistakes. And the good thing about modelling is it is just a bit of plastic after all. No point losing your rag over it. as much as we'd like to at times. But yeah, to me, it's no point losing the rag, because when I've been building models and I've made a mistake, well, I've glued a part in the wrong place, I'll just dismantle it. Or if I've made a painting error, I'll just strip the paint and repaint it. I have no issue with that. And I'm happy to say that I've never yet thrown a model away because of having an accident with it, or any reason really. I think one of the worst kits I ever built was one of those master kits. It was of a hunter, and yeah, it was a short shot mold, so I had to rebuild half the cockpit area from scratch, as well as the nose section. I mean, the kit itself probably, I think, cost me about £3.50, something stupid like that, because they're not very dear, and it was only like a 1/72. But yeah, I still built it though and finished it. I think it's actually it's somewhere around here still. It might have survived the culling of the move upstairs, but it might not have. See, a lot of the models that were hanging in the boys' rooms got destroyed by ME209 Draven. He used them for target practice. Well, it's like, I wasn't worried, because I just gave me an excuse to build more and kept enough space to build more. The only ones that I think Roran would have got upset off with his little biplane, which is on the shelf still. I still have that. He built himself a little, like a Red Baron World War I fighter. I think it is. Well, it might be. No, it's the American Eagle one, isn't it? I think it is. Little biplane thing. And yeah, he built that and painted it up red. So yeah, you would be mighty upset if that got destroyed. Sadly, his first ever kit that he built, which was a B-17, that did get destroyed. But I do have another kit of it, so I will be building it at some point to replace his one that got broken and destroyed. Sorry, just saying, I've had quite a few kits that gave me hassle, so all I do is do a bit a day on it. Gradually it comes together. Very much so. Just take your time. Totally agree with you. Just take your time, don't rush it, and it will come together. I mean, there's times when I've lost interest in the kit when I've been building it. And then all I've done in the end is just basically put it back in its box and then gone back to it maybe 6-7 months later and just carried on rebuilding it. God blimey, we've got about another 20 minutes to go. And then it'd be Mr. Colin, I think. Or is Colin not streaming at the moment? Because I know he's not been too good lately. I weren't sure if he is streaming tonight or not. Or if anybody else is streaming in his race. I find Warhammer instructions confusing. Well, some of them can be, yes. I would agree with you. They can be very vague at times. I mean, so what? Basically, Sophie, what other things do you build? Not just Warhammer, I take it. I take it you build normal models as well, or do you only build Warhammer? Yes, that wind definitely picked up. That's one thing. You got Sarah Jones saying, I've never done Warhammer, Sophie, so you know more than me about it, but love the work you've shown. Yeah, well, hopefully in the very near future, I will be starting a purely Scale Model Ninja Facebook page. Because once I get things all sorted and settled a bit more, because I'm still sort of like working outside of my garden and trying to get things sorted out there, getting my living. I've got finished decorating my living room, finished decorating my kitchen. And then I've got a fence to build. Plus trying to get my uni work done. So yeah, it takes up time and energy. Mm-hmm. You got David Marcus saying, I always make mistakes, usually my fault. Sometimes it's the kit or instructions. I either admit that broken piece or adapt to and have fun doing it. Just enjoy the challenges and you'll learn. Yep, very much so. I mean, I've done some of my best scratch building from kits that have had parts missing, or I will purposely, when they come up in auction, buy started kits and then I'll modify them. I think one of the biggest, well, best kits I've actually picked up that was damaged was me Hemi tank transporter. Now it's the not cheap kit, one that I've got. And basically, the guy that had actually started it, we got so far with it and then dropped it, including the trailer. So it got a bit mashed. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm actually going to probably leave it in its mashed state, but carry on building it and finish painting whatever I need to do on it. But then I'm going to do it as if it's probably going to do it into a diorama of where it's been blown up. Because I've never done a diorama like that before. So it's sat in a box behind me in the stash. And at some point I will get round to doing it. Just not yet. And there's quite a few tanks over there in my stash that have actually got started. and I think I've got something like 15 Sherman tanks. And at some point I will finish building them all. It's not just Shermans either. There's I think Churchill tanks in there as well, in that stash, that have been started. One of them's the crocodile version. But they've also got the guy that actually sold them. He'd done a lot of research about specific units during the war. So he's actually thrown all that research in with each box and the decals for that specific company or tank regiment. So you can, and there's like pictures as well. I think in total, I think I paid about 140 quid for about 75 kits. And there was like loads of Verdolin stuff as well, like tank turrets. I mean, I've given a lot of it to the Yorkshire Veterans Modern Association and let them have fun building some of the Sherman tanks and everything. I mean, you got to admit that the Verdolin stuff, you can't get it anymore because it's no longer operating. And it's, when you do find it come up for sale, it's bloody expensive. It goes for silly prices. But there was like, I think 6 or 7 resin turrets that were in this box that I got. So I just literally gave them to the veterans group. And by all accounts, they've all been used now. Which I'm happy Larry about. And I've just sent, I brought a load of basing material and everything like that off of a friend across the road, because whenever he gets he sometimes goes to the auction, like the big local auctions to me, that I don't go to because I just haven't got the time to go to them, and he'll pick up train stuff, and occasionally in that train lot he'll get loads of like basing materials and all that sort of stuff. And on this occasion there was a load of paints and stuff that he had going, and he just basically wanted to get rid of it, but he wanted to sell it for his friend. So I thought, okay, fine. And it was like loads of glue, different other tools and everything like that. Stuff that I don't use, the tools and that they were having. They were like the cheap ones and they're not. So I thought, okay, fine. I know what we can do with them. So I paid him, I think it was 75 quid for this tub. And it had a shed load of enamel paints in it. Now, I don't use enamel paints, full stop. Stopped using them ages ago. But I know the modelling group does, because we've got some of the older guys there that are always set side on using old paints and that ones, like the enamels. So basically I just donate them, and all the stuff that I don't need, just give it to them. There's no point me having stuff sat here doing nothing. Excuse me. Another occasion I had a friend of mine, he's actually a member of my Air Down Wharfdale Scale Modelers group. And he gave up the hobby. Just turned up out of the blue one day on my doorstep. So I got to meet him because he was a postman in my area. And he literally just turned up on my doorstep one evening. He said, I've given up my hobby and here you go. And he literally gave me one of these big massive ton bags full of stuff. And I thought, well, what the hell am I going to do with this? There's like airbrush paints and everything like that. Cleaners, Tamiya paint and everything like that. I don't use that stuff, especially airbrush stuff. So I literally just put it into like groups of bundles, and for people that I knew that were struggling at the time, that were in the hobby, but basically were going through a bit of a rough patch or didn't have a lot of money, I would send them a care parcel. So they'd got that through to them. Because whenever I get given something, I never sell it. I then pass it on to other people so that they can actually use it. So there's no point me having literally all these paints that I don't use, like the airbrush stuff. There were like literally about 300 airbrush paints. I don't use it. So other than the metallics, which I did keep and I use them myself. But I just literally just gave them away. So all that stuff. And then the normal Vallejo model colour ones, I kept them for myself because I use them. But other than that, yeah, just give it all away. I mean, even the I said, I've actually got a paint rack here if anybody's interested in it. Oh. Or did I send it to somebody else? I think I might have actually sent it to someone, to be honest with you. Yes, I did. One of the veterans groups members, he wanted it, so I sent it to him. But there will probably be another one at some point fairly soon when I get the new shelves built onto this paint rack here behind me, or beside me I should say. And there'll be another paint rack which is for the Citadel racks, and that holds I think 60 pots altogether. So that'll be that rack or the holder that will be given away. I'll dismantle it because at the moment I think it is glued together, or I'll just box it up and post it to you, whoever wants it, when I've got my other shelves built there for me Citadel paint. We've got Sarah Jane saying, I hate to think how much of my stash is worth, but I'll build them all. Just need manufacturers to stop making models I want. Sorry, like, yeah, don't blame you. I mean, I've reduced my stash considerably. I mean, needs must at the time. So yeah, it's I'll rebuild it. That's a given. What's in there? Ooh, that was close. Almost knocked that over. No, I'm just stretching my foot out because I've got a cramp in my leg. But yeah, I've got my Babylon 5 Lego station. Well, Babylon 5 Lego station underneath my bench, and I just touched it with my toe or with my foot, and I felt something move, and it's like, ugh, no, don't want to break that. I mean, I'd hate to think how much value wise all my stuff is worth. But yeah, it's you think how much money we spend on this hobby. Then we have Stephen Haynes saying hi to John Paul, and then we've got Sarah Jane saying like the bar Sophie, and we've got Stephen Haynes also saying hi to Paul Price, And we've got Sophie saying, oh look, Malibu dark chocolate muffins on the treadmill, Sarah. And we've got David Markey saying hello to Stephen. Then Stephen saying hi to David. And then we've got Sarah Jane saying, have to say, I've never used Citadel paints either. Well, I mean, I don't mind Citadel paints. I just think they're overpriced for what they are. I mean, a lot of my Warhammer stuff, I do use my Valeros on them as well. So, but I mainly use the Citadels. But when it came to doing my Imperial Knight, that was mainly, well, 99.9% of it is done with Vallejo paint. You got David Mark saying, tonight I built a Temu push fit pre-World War One car. Most fitted well, just front seat, side panels didn't. Ooh. And you got Sophie saying, Citadel paints are okay, Sarah. They are indeed, and you do get airbrush versions of them as well now. But I just think they're overpriced for what they are, to be honest with you. And you got Sarah going saying, I used to do running each day, but after a week, I was so far from home, I needed a taxi back. And then you got Sarah going saying, sounds interesting, David. But yeah, this is one of the kits that I'm definitely be doing next on my Schlegel stream, which is the Schlegel Lancaster. But I think this one cost me 24 quid, I think it was. And this is off of Temu. So yeah, and they do have Spitfires, Mosquitoes and other things like that in Schlegel as well. So I'll probably be getting them at some point to build. But yeah, it's stay there. Yeah, stay. But I've now got a whole stash down the side here with all the Schlegel. So sorry, I never had an airbrush either. Yep, that's fine. I mean, time to go put the camera back up. Yep, up you come. Off you come. And go. And we'll move the camera back to where it should be. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Better. So yeah, I mean, wow. Oh, toe. And you got Paul Price saying, morning, Stephen, Sarah Jane, and then we've got Sarah Jane saying hi to Paul. And yeah, Sarah Jane, Sophie saying, I messed up a few times when learning to loom knit. Yep, it's not one of the easiest things to do. So everybody makes mistakes on whatever they're doing. You can't help but not make mistakes. It's just one of those things in life that happens. But there we go. It's these things that are sent to try us, and yeah. I mean, it was like even with doing these little figures, I've made mistakes in that in the past, but I'll just generally work around them and repaint the figure. I find it's more fun that way because you can then like start doing silly colours and everything like that. More fun, lots more fun. So tonight we've got engine and exhaust sorted, so we'll hopefully be attaching them next week. Get them attached to the engines and whatever that little thing there is on it as well. And then we've got the first coat on the frame, engine frames, mounts. So we'll get them put together next week. But yeah, basically just went to it as painting today. Not doing any building whatsoever. Got Paul Price saying, question Ross, does it have raised panel lines? Asking for Terry. What, the wings and that? I haven't. Let's have a look. And the answer to that is I don't think so actually. I've not even had the wings out yet, so. Ooh. No, they're not. Some of the rivet lines are slightly raised up, but that's, you'd expect that. But other than that, no, it's all flush, the recessed panel lines. So yeah, that is good. Didn't want that bit anyway. All that bit. Definitely a new one for me. I mean, yeah, that's actually just one piece. So it does come apart there. So you can actually help in fitting it together. So yeah, but yeah, so got so saying I'm a visual learner. Yeah, a lot of people are. I am. I do a lot of learning by actually doing something and then learn from it that way. So I mess up all the time. Remembering where the kitchen is difficult at times. Could have sworn it was down the garden. And then you got James Boy. Is Fester on tonight? Not had a notification if he is. I don't think he is at the moment. He's not been too good by all accounts either. So, and I haven't seen any notification come up from himself today. So, what the Lego Lancaster? I haven't got a clue on that one, but probably not. But yeah, the Lego Lancaster, I'm actually looking forward to building that. So yeah, I think it's going to look like a bit of fun, really. I mean, I'm not sure how many parts there are. I mean, it's even got little dudes in there as well. Oh man, look at this. Got a pilot. He's in green, but we've got two pilots. One of them looks like he's Batman though, for some strange reason. Whether that's because he's supposed to wear goggles. And that looks like more like them in Star Wars helmet or some sort of firefighter helmet. But yeah, well, I don't think they'll fit inside them. I don't know. But they didn't wear webbing belts in a Lancaster. Then we've got Sergio saying, I'm waiting to see Ross paint the Lego Lancaster pool. Well, lucky enough, I don't have to. Yeah, let's have a quick bit of fun. I'm going to build these two little dudes up. So I don't think they'll actually fit inside the Lancaster, but they're intriguing me. Where's my knife? Knife! Knife! We need a knife. Aha! There's one. One knife. Let's have a look at these little dudes. Okay. You going in there? I'm not sure what sort of partner he's supposed to be. But yeah, he's But hey, what do you expect? He's a little random dude. He can sit on there for the time being. And he's got his little pal here that's going to join him. That looks rather disappointed more than anything. Oh, got an extra hand. Right, come here. And you've got one wearing black trousers and the other one wearing green trousers. Okay. There we go. There we go. And do little number 2. But yeah, yeah, you got one wearing black trousers and one wearing green trousers. So yeah. And you got one that looks like he's got a sort of Batman face mask on. And the other one just looks like he's got a permanent scowl on his face. So yeah. Oop. No doubt my youngest will end up claiming them at some point. Wait, yeah. That's quite misstand you. Oh yeah, something like that. That'll do. Aha. There you go. You little dudes can sit there. See, I miss Festa. Hope he's okay. So do I. I mean, I do normally sit and watch, but yeah. Huh? I didn't mention anything, honestly. Looks more like a tank driver. Yeah, probably one of those Russian tank drivers, if anything. And then you've got Sophie saying Sophie is immune from any and all fines, as Sophie is amazing and awesome. Fair enough. You got Sarah saying one with the black trousers is a night fighter pilot. Yeah, but he's only half pilot. He's only halfway there. He's still in training because he's only got half a night fighter uniform. And then you got Sarah Jane saying, "You are Sophie." Yeah, of course we are. Everybody's amazing and happy and whatever. So yeah, well, I'm going to be calling it night that tonight. So I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. I've been very, very much appreciative of all the people that have been sat in and watching us. Oh, and of course, William just turns up as we're coming off stream again. William, one of these days you will come on to my evening stream and you'll get here without actually coming in right at the end. So yeah, evening, William, and welcome to the stream. And yeah, put them in the bin. So I hope, as I said, hope you've all enjoyed the stream, and I hope you've all hit the old thumbs up button for me, please, just to show a bit of love and help move the old algorithmics along. But yeah, I've been cooking dinner before that. I think I was taking a nap. Ah, well, William, we all have that problem when we get old. We all take afternoon naps and evening naps. It's always good for you. And you're everybody saying thank you for a stream, and you're very, very welcome. I'm glad I'm back, and hopefully everything starts going a bit more smoother now, and things move a bit better further forward. So yeah, take care, have fun, and happy modelling. And I will see you Monday. Yeah, Monday, and that'll be with the Lego, and maybe we might be doing some more work on the Mustang, because I've got I think it's like 12 issues to build, and now that I've got me new little tool set in that I had come in, I'm gonna have fun using that. And that's everybody saying good night. So yeah, I'll take care. Have fun. Bye bye for now.